In the vast, rolling plains of North America, a remarkable story of ecological recovery is unfolding. Scientists are tracking the migration of bison, those iconic giants of the grasslands, and uncovering the profound benefits they bring to the ecosystems they roam. Today, we're diving into this fascinating research, exploring how bison migrations are reshaping our understanding of nature's balance, and why their return could be a game-changer for conservation. Bison, often called buffalo, once thundered across the Great Plains in herds numbering in the tens of millions. Their migrations carved pathways through the grasslands, shaping the landscape and sustaining a delicate web of life. But by the late 19th century, relentless hunting and habitat loss had reduced their numbers to just a few hundred. The near extinction of bison was a blow to ecosystems and indigenous cultures that depended on them. Today, thanks to conservation efforts, bison populations are rebounding, and scientists are seizing the opportunity to study their migrations in ways that were impossible just a few decades ago. To track these migrations, researchers are using cutting-edge technology. GPS collars, satellite imagery, and even drones are helping scientists follow bison herds across vast distances. These tools provide real-time data on where the animals move, how far they travel, and how their migrations influence the environment. By combining this data with on-the-ground observations, scientists are piecing together a detailed picture of how bison interact with the ecosystems they inhabit. What they're finding is nothing short of extraordinary. Bison are often described as ecosystem engineers, and for good reason. As they migrate, their massive hooves churn the soil, breaking up compacted ground and creating micro-habitats for plants and small animals. This natural tillage aerates the soil, allowing water and nutrients to penetrate deeper, which promotes the growth of diverse plant species. The grasslands, which have evolved alongside bison for millennia, depend on this disturbance to thrive. Without it, many native plants struggle to compete with invasive species or dense, overgrown grasses that choke out biodiversity. But it's not just their hooves that make bison so vital. Their grazing patterns are equally important. Bison are selective eaters, cropping grasses at varying heights and leaving behind patches of uneven vegetation. This creates a mosaic of habitats that support a wide range of species, from insects to birds to small mammals. For example, the short grasses left in their wake are ideal for ground-nesting birds like the grassland sparrow, while taller patches provide cover for rodents and reptiles. This patchwork effect boosts biodiversity, ensuring that no single species dominates the landscape. Another surprising benefit of bison migration is their role in nutrient cycling. As bison move across the plains, they deposit manure that acts as a natural fertilizer, enriching the soil with nitrogen and other essential nutrients. Unlike cattle, which often graze in confined areas and deplete the soil, bison migrate over large distances, spreading their nutrient-rich waste across the landscape. This process supports healthy plant growth and sustains the soil's fertility, which is critical for maintaining productive grasslands in the face of climate change. One of the most exciting findings from recent studies is the role bison play in carbon sequestration. Grasslands are among the world's most effective carbon sinks, storing vast amounts of carbon in their deep root systems. When bison graze, they stimulate new grass growth, which pulls carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and locks it into the soil. Unlike forests, which release stored carbon when they burn, grasslands are less prone to catastrophic fires, making them a stable, long-term carbon storage system. By restoring bison to their historic ranges, scientists believe we could enhance this natural carbon capture process, helping to combat climate change. Tracking bison migrations has also shed light on their social behavior and how it benefits the ecosystem. Bison move in herds, guided by experienced matriarchs who lead them to water sources, grazing grounds, and safe resting areas. These migrations aren't random. They follow ancient routes shaped by the landscape and seasonal changes. By studying these patterns, researchers are learning how to manage bison populations to maximize their ecological impact. For example, allowing bison to roam freely across large, connected landscapes ensures they can perform their role as ecosystem engineers without being constrained by fences or human development. The return of bison is also a cultural triumph. For many indigenous communities, bison are sacred, central to their traditions, diets, and spiritual practices. The loss of bison herds was a devastating blow, but their recovery is fostering renewed connections to ancestral lands. Scientists are working closely with indigenous groups to incorporate traditional knowledge into bison management plans, ensuring that conservation efforts respect both ecological and cultural priorities. This collaboration is proving to be a powerful model for restoring balance to ecosystems while honoring the deep history of human-bison relationships. Despite these promising discoveries, challenges remain. Habitat fragmentation, caused by agriculture, urban sprawl, and infrastructure, limits the ability of bison to migrate freely. Fences, roads, and private land ownership create barriers that disrupt their natural movements. To address this, conservationists are advocating for wildlife corridors, protected pathways that allow bison to move between fragmented habitats. These corridors not only benefit bison, but also other migratory species like pronghorn and elk, creating healthier, more connected ecosystems. Another challenge is public perception. Some ranchers and landowners worry that bison migrations could damage crops or compete with livestock for grazing land. Scientists are working to address these concerns by demonstrating that well-managed bison populations can coexist with agriculture. For example, rotational grazing systems, where bison are moved between pastures, can mimic their natural migrations while minimizing conflicts with farmers. Education and outreach are also key, helping communities understand the ecological and economic benefits of bison restoration. The research on bison migrations is still evolving, but the findings so far are clear. Bison are essential to the health of grasslands. Their movements create a ripple effect, supporting biodiversity, improving soil health, and even helping to fight climate change. As scientists continue to track their migrations, they're uncovering new insights that could shape the future of conservation. By restoring bison to their historic ranges and protecting the landscapes they depend on, we can rebuild ecosystems that have been out of balance for over a century. This story of bison migration is a reminder of nature's resilience. It shows us that with careful stewardship and innovative science, we can undo some of the damage caused by past mistakes. The return of the bison isn't just about saving a single species. It's about restoring an entire ecosystem and reconnecting with the wild heart of the continent. As we look to the future, the thundering hooves of bison may lead the way toward a healthier, more sustainable world. So, the next time you hear about bison roaming the plains, know that they're not just wandering. They're weaving life back into the land.